हेलो गाइस, गुड आफ्टरनून। आज हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं, क्वेश्चन है मेथडोलॉजी, मेथड्स एंड टेक्निक्स। सो methodology refers to the systematic theoretical analysis of the method applied to a field of study. It includes the principal theories and values that guide a researcher in choosing particular method for conducting research. In simple terms, methodology is the philosophy behind the research. To explain why a certain method is chosen and how it aligns with the overall objective and nature of the research. Methodology refers to the broad theoretical philosophical frame into which the procedural rule fit. It is a broad frame of the research process. So sociological research methodology is two type: interpretive, macro positivist. Interpretive are also two types: symbolic interactionism, ethnomethodology, and positivist also two types: functionalist and conflict. Methodology refers to the technique, rules that define procedure for collection and analysis of data. Method of data collection: survey, observation, interview, etc. Method of data analysis such as statistical inferences, samplings, and new form of computer based qualitative data analysis. Method of research inquiry such as formulation, research problem, method of constructing hypotheses, concept, theories, and proposition. Methodology lays down the procedure for generation of reliable and objective knowledge. Study of interface between methods and methodology is called the philosophy of social research. Methodology elucidates the theoretical orientation with which the research process is to be carried out that guide the choice of method and technique to be used. The basic elements that guide research methodology are concept, proposition, hypothesis, theory. Concepts are the building block of social research. It is a significant symbolic component of social scientific language. Proposition are the statement of interrelationship among concept. Hypothesis, on the other hand, is a tentative answer to the research question. In other words, it is a proposition or set of proposition but forward for empirical testing. It is accepted or rejected based on empirical test. Theories are the system of concepts and propositions that explain the relationship and underlying principle characterizing a phenomena. Research methodologies are three types: micro and macro, quantitative and qualitative, primary and secondary. Type of data used in social research. Data of social research can be classified into two categories on the basis of modes of collection. Okay. Primary data collected by the researcher himself, herself, mostly collected by the researcher themselves through various research methods. Secondary data collected from public available printed sources including government statistics, historical documents, and other published research studies. Another way of classifying data is on the nature of data collection. And quantitative data used to test hypotheses, look at the cause and effect, and make predictions. When the data mainly deals with numbers and tables and requires statistical analysis. Qualitative data used to interpret and understand social interaction, descriptive, and required sociological anthropological analysis. सो अभी हम इसको एलेबोरेट करेंगे ब्रॉडली. Qualitative methods attempt to explain phenomena by collecting and analyzing numerical data. Tell you if there is a different but not necessary why. Data collections are always numerical and analyzed using statistical method. Randomization to reduce subject bias. If there are no number involved, it's not quantitative. Some type of research lend themselves better to quant approach than other. Data source include surveys where there are large number of respondents, especially where you have used a Likert scale, observation count of numbers and or coding data into numbers. Secondary data, government data, statistical scores, etc. Analysis technique including hypothesis testing, correlations and cluster analysis. There are only two types of quantitative method. Survey. A survey is a research method in which subjects respond to a series of statements or questions in a questionnaire or an interview. Survey are directed at population, the peoples who are the focus of research. Examples: house to house data collection. Usually we study a sample, a part of population that represent the whole. Random sampling is commonly used to be sure that the sample is actually representative of the entire population. Survey may be involve questionnaire, a series of written questions or, or researcher present to subject. Questionnaire may be closed-ended or open-ended. Survey may also take the form of interview, a series of questions administered in persons by researcher to respondents. This technique use statistical method to analyze data. Experiments. An experiment is a research method for investigating cause and effect under highly controlled conditions. The Hawthorne effect is a change in a subject behavior caused by the awareness of being studied. Qualitative method. Secondly, qualitative methods हम elaborate करेंगे. Any research that does not involve numerical data tend to start with a broad question rather than specifying hypothesis. Develop theory rather than start with one. Don't need large sample sizes in comparison to quantitative research. Some issue may arise such as a respondent provide inaccurate or false information. A researcher objectivity may be more difficult to achieve. Technique of qualitative data collection: interview structure, semi-structure or unstructured, focus group, questionnaire or surveys. Secondary data include diaries, self-reporting, written accounts of past event, archives, data and company report. Direct observation may be recorded video, audio, ethnography, idea of people. Mixed method of research, both quantitative and qualitative research together. Refers to methodological pluralism, employment of more than one research method to build a more comprehensive picture of social life. Need for both big number analysis using descriptive and analysis statistics, triangulation low one to identify aspect of phenomena more accurately by approaching it from different vantage point using different methods and technique. Example: the research collect data about people's risk and benefit perception of red meat using a survey and follow up with the interviews with a few individuals who participate in the survey to learn in more detail about their survey response. Example: to understand the thought process of peoples with low risk perception. लास्ट हम ये डायग्राम देखेंगे, वेरी यूजफुल डायग्राम. द सर्कल ऑफ इंक्वायरी, आइडेंटिफाई नॉलेज, रिसर्च फॉर एग्जिस्टिंग इंफॉर्मेशन, फोकस द स्टडी, क्वेश्चन, डिज़ाइन द स्टडी, कलेक्ट डाटा, एनालाइज, इंटरप्रेट रिजल्ट, disseminate and implement. Okay friends, thank you so much. Goodbye, take care.